Yes, hello, welcome to our YouTube channel again. Welcome to IT Insights 101. Today we're going to make a very simple electronics projects on Tinkercad. Your Tinkercad is an online a simulator that gives us the actual simulations of Arduino. Everything that we can connect here online is the same process as you can do it on the physical component as well. For now, we're going to build an ultrasonics. We're going to build like a radar using ultrasonics distance with Arduino board. So for now, let's try to bring uh, the Arduino type we want. So if you have not yet got Arduino, just make sure that you're going to use your Arduino R3. It's already here. In your case, if you don't find, just make sure that you use this side tab or sidebar here, and then you just type the name Arduino Uno R3, which is the one we use here. There's so many types of Arduino out there, but the most used one is Arduino Uno, the one that you can see here. Uh, and the next thing that we want is a ultrasonic sensor, uh, which is an ultrasonic distance sensor here. There's so many of them, guys. And this one here is the one that with 3 pins. Definitely, it's not the one we want. So remember, guys, we have to use the one with the 4 pin always, which is called uh, ultrasonics distance sensor HCSR04. This is the type that we exactly want. So for this very simple project, guys, these are all the things that we need for now. Remember, we're not going to use any breadboard, so we're just going to use direct wiring, guys. And after all, we should be able to detect an objects using this ultrasonic sensor. You can see here it has a transmitter and it has a receiver. And you know very well, guys, this will transmit a signal and the signal will eat an object and the receiver get it back here. And you know very well, this and distance, you can just do a very simple how to calculate the distance, guys. In physics, it's just speed times time, which is the formula of distance, which can give us around 343 meter per seconds. And you know that we're only interested in the distance from the transmitter to the objects here. You can just divide it later by 2 and you get the formula of it. Anyway, we're not going to do all this physics right now. You can just learn it online, guys, because I'm just going to go directly with the wiring. Now, I'm just going to wire here. And you can see here, this thing has the 4 pin. One is VCC, and here is trigger, and here is echo, and here is ground. Both ground, VCC is used for power. You can see this is power, and this is ground, and this is echo, and this is so just follow this wiring things. I'm going to take the power from here, and then I'm going to connect it to the voltage of 5 here. You can see here the power is connected to the voltage of 5, and I'm going to change the color to red. Now this wiring is done. And secondly, I'm going to take the ground and I'm going to connect it here to the ground as well. And I'm going to change the color here to blacks. And now here you can see we have a trigger. You can connect these triggers to any of this pin. So in this case, guys, I'm just going to connect it to the pin 10. Some people connect it to 9. You can just connect it to any of these from any of this one, guys. But in my case, I'm just going with 10. You're good to go. I'm just going to choose orange color. You can choose whatever color you want. And here again, I'm going to take this echo and I'm going to connect it to 10. You know, this are just pin. We can connect them to any. So I'm just going to connect it to 11. I mean, not 10 because I've already used 10 here. This wiring, if you did the same on the physical component, guys, of Arduino, the wiring is correct and it should definitely work with you guys. Remember, it's also involved the programming. As I told you earlier, if you're using Arduino Uno, or any kind of Arduino, I believe the rest might also have available resources online. But for Arduino Uno, I believe you guys, there's so many resources online. And the code for these projects, I'm going to leave it in the comment below of this YouTube video. So for now, the wiring is done properly and it should work by now. So if I open the coding sections here, you can see, guys, nothing of this. We haven't code anything. So I'm going to open the text and continue, and you can see here we can be able to put our code here. You can see this is a very basic Arduino code. They'll just do blinking, guys. I think this is like LOL when you come into the world of electronics. This is the all is always the fast projects that everybody does when you're working with Arduino board. Just there's a light on Arduino here. Yes, it just keep on blinking. But I have already coded the program here. So I'm going to copy the source code here, and then I'm going to paste it here. Right now you can see here, anything is properly coded. Don't worry about this code language. Arduino board uses a programming language called Sketch. It's just like a modified version of C or C++, something of this kind. Uh, but the programming rule is always the same, guys. If you're familiar with object-oriented programming. What setup here is when you can just put your setup code that can only be run once. Like just put the rule of it here, the rule for this one. And the void loops is just a loops, an action that repeats itself multiple times. You know very well. If you're a programmer, you can just do it with object-oriented programming. And echo pin here, you can see we specified those pin that we have used here. Here we're using pin 10 and pin 11, and we put trigger. You can see trigger here is put to pin 10. That's why you can see an echo pin. You see we put it in 11. If yours is put into 9, just make sure yes you also modify these values from here. Now I'm going to start the simulator. Yeah. It just takes some seconds to start. Now here you can see the simulator started, and if anything happened to be in front of this ultrasonic sensor, it should detect it until it listen of it, guys. Remember, we're gonna make another cool project on it as well. So if I open a serial monitor here, now you can see this is the distance that this ultrasonic wave is detecting. And if it's happened that we put objects in front of it, yeah, it should also tell you the distance, guys. Uh, if you're working with a physical component, you can use processor to give you a visual representation of these actions happening here, and you can be able to see it very well. And you can even see if you put an object, it should visualize it properly in the processing software. So this is the third code, the code here. And remember, when the code is running, you cannot be able to modify everything. Nothing will definitely work until you stop the simulator here. So you can see here everything is working well, and this is the entire project, guys. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment below for me, and I'll be able to answer you definitely. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This will support me and let me make more videos, guys. Also, let me know what project will you love to see from me, and I'll make it definitely. For now, bye bye. Make sure that you subscribe.